Ho ho ho!
Hey guys, what's going on? It's Mastgrr here, and today, oh boy, I'm back with another video, and yeah, it's been a while. Again, I was gonna make a video, a separate video, explaining my absence, but I figured I'd just add it to this one instead of wasting everyone's time. Simply put, my absence is due to a mixture of laziness, busyness, more laziness, and of course my good old friend, bad internet. In fact, as I'm making this very video, I'm having issues with my internet as it cuts off constantly, and it's really infuriating, as you'll see from the gameplay. The laziness part is kinda self-explanatory. I have bits of free time to play, but then I decide to sit in my chair for hours on end instead, sort of. See, the whole busyness excuse can be split into two parts. One, of course, being my schoolwork. Being in sixth form is busy, and there's unsurprisingly a lot of work that needs to be done. However, don't get me wrong, I still have plenty of free time. How am I spending my free time? Well, that's the problem. If I'm not sitting in my chair like an idiot, I'm playing games on my Nintendo Switch. When the Jungle Inferno update came out, Super Mario Odyssey did as well. A great game, loved every bit of it. And once that was finished, the new Pokemon game came out. And I was like, up with that. Finally, time to make a video, I thought. Oh, but what's that? Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is coming out soon? Well, shit. Guess I'll be playing that for the next 2 weeks. Hell, it's been more than 2 weeks and I'm still playing it. I've invested like 60 plus hours into it so far and I'm loving it. Of course, all this means I'm not playing TF2. In fact, it means I'm not even opening Steam, which I haven't for like a week. Well, I guess until I started playing, to make this video. All of those, updates really don't go well with my crappy internet. Anyway, that's really about it for my excuses. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't dedicate an entire video for this. Moving on to the actual video itself. I'll be going over both my hopes and expectations for the Smissmas update that should be dropping within the next week. If the update has already dropped, I apologise, but hey man, my internet's really slow, and so am I. I'd also just like to quickly apologise if the gameplay is, well, not up to your expectations. Let's just say I haven't played in over a month and, I'm pretty bad. And this is, the footage you see is the best I could get, unfortunately. I really need to start practicing more. I'll start with my hopes. I understand that a lot of these will be somewhat unrealistic, although that is kind of the point. It's about what I want, not really what I expect. As for the expectations part of the video, hence the name Expectations. I hope that there will be actual festive weapons instead of just festivizers. Don't get me wrong, the festivizers are great since you can actually choose what weapon you want to make festive instead of having to rely on the luck of crates. However, I still like the old festives you could unbox through the Naughty and Nice crates. Of course, the first set of festives weren't particularly interesting or creative. They were just a bunch of Christmas lights wrapped around the thing. But some designs, for example from Smissmas in 2013, were unique and not just covered in Christmas lights. For that reason, I do hope we get more unique festive weapons opposed to just festivizers this year. Secondly, I hope for more Christmassy maps, even if they're just reskins. Now, obviously, I prefer new maps, but something I'd also like is a bunch of reskinned maps. In the past, we have had some Christmas lights added to the few maps, but I'm talking about maps covered in snow with Christmas trees and lights galore. Something to make the map hold much more of a Christmas feel. My god, I've used the word Christmas way too much in the last few sentences. Do you remember the reskin 2 Fort got for the Invasion update? Imagine something like that, but Christmas. Yeah, I know it sounds very underwhelming and pretty lame, but I think it'd be pretty cool. And I really hope they do add something like it for a few maps. Thirdly, on the topic of new maps, I'd like some kind of boss fight, similar to the ones on the Halloween maps. I think it's a shame that we only have a decent lineup of bosses on the Halloween themed maps, and even then we're not getting any new ones. Imagine a Christmas map with a Yeti boss or a Saxton Hale dressed as Santa Claus. I know this just sounds like something you can find in a community server, but having an official one where you can get achievement items for beating it would be great in my opinion. Lastly, I hope there are Smissmas contracts.
free ones, of course, similar to the Jungle Inferno ones. Although I'm not the biggest fan of contracts, I do like some of the rewards you can get from them, and also a lot of people like them. So I think it'd be good, and I hope it does get put in the update. Oh yeah, and I guess I also hope that there are good cosmetics and taunts from the workshop, but that's normally a given, so it's not really something I'll have to hope for too much. Moving on, we'll talk about the more realistic things, my expectations. I expect that there will be two types of cases you can find. Inside the cases, there will be the usual cosmetics, but I'll unbox all of the mercenary ones before I finally get something good. With the cosmetics you unbox, there's a chance you'll get a Festivizer along with it. Oh boy. Of course, to unbox the cases, you'll need to buy a key from the store, but there'll also be several new community taunts and possibly one by the Valve peoples themselves. For the maps, they'll probably just add a few Christmas lights on some of the current ones, and if we're lucky we could possibly get a couple of new community maps. They most likely won't have any kind of boss on them though. I do think there's a chance we'll get contracts, although I doubt they'll be free. Honestly, that's about it for my expectations. It may seem like I'm being pessimistic, and to that I say, you're probably not wrong. The thing is, I'd rather have low expectations so I'm not disappointed when the update does come out. As I said at the start of the video, I understand that my hopes are pretty unrealistic. I don't expect that kind of stuff from the team behind TF2, since not only do they lack numbers, but we also recently just got the Jungle Inferno update, obviously, which added tons of cool things. And also after that they gave us a decent Spook Fortress update, so for that, you know, it's fine. But you know, regardless, hey, a man can hope, right? So yeah, that's about it for the video. Again, I apologise for lack of uploads, but I do have many reasons. You can expect some more live commentaries within the next 2 weeks, and maybe even post commentaries. The post commentaries are obviously more difficult to make since more thought needs to be put into them. Speaking of which, let me know if you enjoyed this one. I don't make many post commentaries, and my popular one, view-wise, is pretty awful, in my opinion. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.